guys. We have a Wednesday workout with continuation on our theme this week. And before we get started on it, want to give a shout out to Coach Ashley. This is her creation. We tweaked it just a little bit to make it work for the solo and the partner variations. But otherwise, this is all her handiwork. So you can feel free to reach out to her and tell her how much you loved it or how much you hate it. It's up to you on how you want to do it. So this workout is called Limo Wreck, and that's another classic song off of the Super Unknown theme here. For the workout, we are going to have a buy-in for every round, and that's whether it's a solo or partner variation. We have both of the partner and solo ones listed in Sugar WOD, and each one of them is going to have the same time domain. Also, since this is Ashley's workout, I'm going to have her write up a little playlist for tomorrow. So this is 23 total minutes, including rest. She's going to make something that's right about that 23 range. Maybe it'll be 23 minutes and some change or something. We don't want it to be 22:50. Who wants to have 10 seconds of silence at the end of the workout, right? So 4 rounds. Each one is going to be 5 minutes long with 1 minute break. And the buy-in, let's go over just the movements themselves, and then we'll talk about how to do it with a partner versus solo. So you're going to have 50 jumping squats. Jump squat, make sure that your hip crease is below the knee every time. So I want to do a full squat. It's not just squat and then jump. Your hip crease below the knee and you're coming to extension to the point where your feet leave the ground. You don't need to go crazy high. For a jump squat standard, your feet need to leave the ground. That is it. So it can be a pretty darn low jump, but make sure you're getting low enough. For a lot of you guys, that's just bracing yourself, driving the knees out, pretty much hitting the bottom of your squat, and then that rebound effect can help launch you up. Other than the cardio being a bit higher, in some ways they're a little bit easier than a normal air squat. So 50 of those. With the remaining time, you're going to do as many burpees as possible. So if it takes you 2 minutes, which it could, you'll have 3 minutes to do max effort burpees. Here's where it comes into play with a partner. If you have a partner, you will both do the buy-in every time. So if I do 50, my partner does 50. Can't start the burpees until we're both done with the buy-in. And now here's the other part where it gets better with a partner. Only one person can do burpees at a time. Switch in and out whenever you want. You can do 1 and your partner can do 10 and you can do 1. However you want to do it. Try to make sure someone's doing burpees so that you're getting your score. But really, only one can work and one can rest. I would probably alternate in a really low number, like between 3 to 5 burpees so that you can continuously move. We'll see how me and Fran do tomorrow. I'm not excited for it. It's going to be tough. This is a killer for me. So the buy-in is something you got to do, and your score is going to be based on the burpees. You'll have, keep track of how many total burpees you get as a team. If you're going solo, you do 50. You don't need to wait for a partner. You're going to immediately go into those burpees, and your rest is going to be whenever you feel like taking a rest or when that 1 minute comes up. So continuous motion on those burpees is what's going to get the best solo WOD score. So we do 5 minutes, 1 minute break, another buy-in. Round 2, in 5 minutes, you have to complete 50 V-ups, then max effort burpees with the remaining time. So it's a little bit escalated difficulty in the movement. For V-up modification, I would suggest tuck-ups for the majority of people. If you didn't do the Tuesday workout, then go ahead and do sit-ups. I would probably not want to do a whole bunch of sit-ups if I did, anywhere between, and even if you did over 5 rounds on Tuesday's workout, that's 100 sit-ups right there. So having 50 more sit-ups, it's not going to kill you, but tuck-ups are going to be a little bit better, and that's where we lay on our back. We bring our chest up, we bring our knees to our chest in a grab around your knees, then we straighten back out. So that is our V-up modification for that. Minute break, and then we hop into 50 one-legged deadlifts. So on the deadlift, we've done it with objects before. So that's where we hold on to something and we maintain that deadlift posture. So remember that angry gorilla back we talk about. So we're not just bending down like this. We're still keeping a nice flat back. And that leg is pretty straight. As we come down, we want your hands to stay straight, and you're going to go down somewhere around mid-shin, depending how flexible you are, maybe down to the ankle. And you're going to stay on that one leg until you come all the way vertical. You're going to do 25 on one leg and 25 on the other. This is a classic example of a movement that doesn't seem that bad, but it really does fire up the posterior chain more than you think it will with that many reps. So be prepared for that. 50 of those, max at burpees again, a minute break. And the last part, we have Z presses. So for the Z press, much like the push-up, much like any time we go overhead, you're gonna wanna go a little bit lighter. So I would say lighter dumbbells, maybe even an empty barbell, milk jugs, and depending on if you're someone who normally scales on overhead press workout, you might even want to dump a little bit of the water out on those jugs. 50 of them is going to be difficult. That first 10, maybe even 20, you're going to blast right through those. The time's going to be pretty quick. But when you burn out, the sets are going to get pretty darn small. Your arms are already going to be pretty fatigued from doing so many dang burpees anyway. So this is just another pressing movement to really fry the shoulders. Z presses, again, are an awesome way to build up the strict press. You have to have your core engaged in order to make it happen. But max effort burpees after doing Z press, that's going to be a real treat. So again, if you can get a partner, this is the workout you're going to want to have a partner for, because you're going to at least have a little bit of back and forth on that burpee part. Your score on this workout: how many burpees did you do as a person if you're going solo, or as a team if you are doing partner? So all that really counts is the burpees. The quicker you do the buy-in, the more time you're going to have left over to do those burpees. And each of these things is going to take a different time, depending on how good you are. The jump squats is probably going to be the quickest because it's the first movement. You're not fatigued yet. And you can fire off reps pretty quick. If you go really light on, like if you're using a PVC pipe on the Z press, sure, that would be the quickest one. But I imagine all of you guys are going to want to challenge yourself on that. So be prepared for some nastiness on the Z press. Tomorrow we're going to have a little more information on Murph, so some of the variations that we're going to be able to do on that. We're 7 minutes in right now. You're probably tired of seeing my face. I'm doing the Instagram live stuff. So yeah, it's all me all day. If you like me, it's been great. If you don't like me, it's been the worst day of your life, and I apologize deep in my heart. Have a great Wednesday.